Hey everybody, I'm James the Con,
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
and together we are. All right, guys, so we're back with you. Excuse me. Let me get my notes up too, so I don't have to deal with that while we're.
I guess I'll get
Okay. All right. Okay. Ready when you are.
ready.
Three, two, one. All right, BBC fans, so we're back at you with another round of news. Let's just get right into it. So we're going to start off with leaks as always. So the only leak we have is the Beast Wars Versus series, and this is Rhinox and Scorponok. Now these have not been officially announced yet, but as you can see, they're pretty much already in their final stages. I think these are actually promotional photos that got leaked out. So they look really nice. Here are their robot modes. It's much more screen accurate. That Rhinox looks 100 times better in this particular deco. But I don't think I need these in my collection because I already got the Kingdom ones. The box is probably going to be amazing, just like the Optimus and Megatron. But, you know, I think they're trying to get more money for their molds, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
So I actually have these as well in the Kingdom line. I don't know why these are catching my eye. I don't think I'll be picking them up, but I must say that it is tempting. Probably because I haven't looked at my Kingdoms in a long time.
That's very surprising to me. I did not think you would even be considering these.
I do like a nice paint job. I just don't need it to be a totally different paint job.
Yes, and these are very nice paint jobs. So let's move on to what was just announced. So the first thing that I think is going to appeal to Bobby, because he collects these now, is a Light and Sound Funko Pop Optimus Prime. So this has sound, talks, and its lights up. So since you already got like 2 or 3 of these, are you going to be picking this up?
I am not going to be picking this up. I did not expect this. No, I don't need any. I have the Robeson and that talks and lights up, so I'm good there. And I am not a Pops collector. And actually, I think they'll probably be going on sale pretty soon with the kind of the financial woes they're in right now.
Yes, I think so too. This is pretty cool for people that want an SD Prime, but I don't think it's for either of us.
You definitely caught me off guard there.
So we have to mention this. Look up above us. There'll be a link to our whole video where we discuss these. It's the fan stream. They just came out. I wanted to still touch on them. But the one that we're going to be focusing on, we got new pictures of, and that is DevCon. So the Mark Clonus, which is their one of the Hasbro designers, posted these pictures of him. And so here's him in robot and space torpedo mode. And it looks pretty good. The proportions look a lot better in these pictures than the stock photos, I think.
I totally agree. I am still in on this figure. It does look really good. Again, I think it's going to have a presence on the shelf. That blue and red just really pop out. So I can't think of another figure that has this, this combination of colors that pops so much.
There aren't a lot of Captain America Transformers, you are correct. But I think it's going to go great with your Legends shelf because this thing's tiny. It's smaller than Blur, which was already a tiny figure when I got it. So this just shows how things are shrinking. The prices are going up.
Maybe that's a slanted table.
Well, he's standing right next to Blur.
So, yeah, maybe Blur's on the high end and the table's slanted this way.
It's kind of like that. Okay, all right. I'll get you. I'll go with you there. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, he needed a Voyager, and I think they were, probably budget constraints, but this would have been perfect from Scourge. There wasn't a repaint of Scourge besides the sweeps, which is logical but very boring because it's the same figure. So I think this would have been a cool figure to do as a Voyager. So
Well, I think they also did Alpha Trion with the sweeps mode
you're
as well.
right. They did. Which is a cool figure as well. I just wish it was sold individually. So, but I still think this would have been a lot better with the Scourge mold. So,
Yeah.
I will keep my Alpha Trion for when they eventually make the unreleased BotCon Lion Deco out of Leo Prime. Then I'll pick that up. So let's get into third party. And the first thing is the Planet X Namos, and this is the black version. Now, I really like this, but I'm a little worried because there's no black Star Saber. And I don't want to pick this up and not have the black Star Saber to go with it. And the colors are a little bit different from the original Robot Master Black Leo. What is his name again?
Leo Prime?
No.
That's
what I keep wanting to say Leo Convoy, but I know that's not correct.
Leo.
Anyways, Victory
yes.
Leo.
Victory Leo.
So, and I just don't want to put in all the money without being able to get that Star Saber out of it, so I'm hesitantly optimistic.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this, wasn't this smaller than the Hasbro or the Takara Masterpiece and the KFC version?
It's about 10 inches tall, if I remember correctly.
So that's what actually put me out on the original Deco colors. I do love this color though. This looks really, really cool. The purple, the gold, the black, it looks really, really good. And it almost makes me want to say the heck with it and pick it up anyway. Because I don't really care about the Star Saber. I mean, I have the Takara version, and like I said, the KFC Victory Leo. This could just be a one-off on my shelf.
But yeah, no, I would need the Nemesis Star Saber to go with it.
Yeah, I don't really have an attachment to the character, so it would just be a one-off for me. And plus, I still don't like the ship mode, but I think it looks better in this version than the Takara version does, or the KFC version looks.
I don't think it matters what version of this you get. You're not going to like that mode no matter what.
Yeah, but this one actually looks, it doesn't look as bad as all the others.
Well, with add-on sets, let's look at the grappling hook from Fun Bee Studios. And I thought this was really cool because you could heat it up and bend it into any shape you want. So I think that's a really fun, cool add-on set, even if I do not like the core figure.
I think it's a really good add-on effect as well. I mean, Jazz's grappling hook, for that one episode, that's the only time I can actually think of him using it. I just love Jazz, the character. I did pick this figure up, so hopefully I'll be doing a review on him soon. And I'm very happy with how they're trying to make it show or tune accurate. So I wish I had a 3D printer right now.
Or you could just get them. I think he's selling them.
Yeah, they are.
You wouldn't be able to bend them if you 3D printed them.
I'm just thinking about Fun Bee Studios, though. They do have a lot of 3D printed stuff.
Yes. But these in particular, it would depend on what material casting you use.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you're heating it up, it's definitely not going to be a...
It depends, yeah. So why don't we move on to something I know is probably pre-ordered if you can already do it. I don't know if pre-orders are up yet. And that's Ocular Max Devastator. So here it is in the most boring mode that it has, which is the mixing truck mode. Not much to say, looks good. But here's what everybody's getting it for, which is the robot mode and, more importantly, the combined mode. So what do you think about this, Bobby?
Yeah, so I saw a picture of this earlier today in the bot mode, and it was the first picture, but it looked like its legs were connected. And so these are much better pictures. I am in on this. I love the all-in-one aspect of it. So this will be making its way to my collection, which is also going to be hard because I'm also doing the X Transbot version as well. So
And the other one,
well, I mean,
if
yeah,
they ever come out with it.
if they ever get it
Yeah.
together. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it starts with a V.
Yes. I don't like this at all. I think that bot mode looks horrible. It doesn't look anything like what I would want it. It doesn't look imposing. It looks like a little tubby guy with, oh, look at me, I'm a square. Literally. And the combined mode is very flat in the thigh area. I do like how the mixing truck part collapses in both robot and in the combined mode. But I don't understand the little toe. Is that something he had in the show?
I don't remember that.
That's throwing me off completely. I do not like that at all.
Well, I'm hoping that these are just bad renders and they'll improve on it a little bit.
Maybe.
But I do agree, this would be on the lesser end of what I've seen from them with their G-Salts. This would be probably their worst one so far. I'm hoping that it's better, and we'll see as time passes and they start showing more releases of it.
Yes. Hopefully, because their Bruticus looked really good, and their Defensor's looking really good as well. So hopefully this is just an early render that's gonna, like you said, that's gonna be updated.
Yeah.
So, moving on to some updates. So let's start off with Hashtag, and the first thing is the Beast Wars versus Megatron. We got a close-up version of the head, and this is the head T-Rex was supposed to have that they gave to Megatron. And it really, this makes me almost want to get this, because this is the Megatron I know from when I was a kid. This is the original head that he came with that stupid grin. This is what I wanted from a Megatron. But it's not worth the money, and I'm not going to be picking it up. But this is really, really cool, and I hope somebody just sells the head alone.
Yeah, this is going to be a very easy no for me. I'm good.
I like the 90s snarls. That's like, give your characters life. So that's 100% in for me. But, I hope somebody comes around. And, you don't want, Bumblebee with a snarl on his face? Because that might make me pick it up if it actually looked like it had personality.
No. Bumblebee, my Bumblebee is not today's Bumblebee. My
None
Bumblebee
wasn't
are
my
doing
Bumblebee.
anything.
I'm not a big fan of the character, never have been. Okay, well, let's move on. We've got some new pictures. We talked about this in the last news video, but we got new pictures of the Optimus Primal from the main line. And again, this looks very one note, but it doesn't look bad. Hopefully, these things come in at $15, because that's the price that these should be going for. But knowing Hasbro, they're going to be $25, $30, which is not going to be worth it.
I can't get on board with this. It looks very boring. And again, ironically enough, I haven't seen any of the trailers since we talked about it early on.
Me neither.
And that's probably shame on us. But this doesn't look good to me. And I can't put it any other way. In bot mode, that head is just, maybe he got into it with the witch doctor and he shrunk his head or something like that. But this is just, it's bad. And it from there, honestly, even if you added color and things to it, I know you've complained about the colors. I just don't like the figure.
I think if this was painted correctly, it could look nice. I'm going to be honest with you. The small head actually goes in its favor because it makes him look even more bulky and even more buff. Kind of like a superhero proportion, so I don't mind that. But it just looks like a kid's toy. And if it's cheap enough, maybe I'll pick it up and repaint it as somebody, because this could be a really cool Decepticon. But as far as Optimus Primal, no.
Name
There's
them.
literally 2 colors on this whole thing.
Boring con.
Well, yeah, right now, mine would not be boring. What do you think? A lime green gorilla is boring?
What did he do to me, con?
There you go. Okay, well, here we go on to something that's got me super, super excited. This is first images we have of Fans Hobbies Tidal Wave. Now, Tidal Wave's one of my favorite figures from Armada. The whole Armada line. Tidal Wave's probably honestly my favorite now that I think back about it. He just needed knees. I think that's the one thing that he needed. And hips. Those are the 2 things, and he would be perfect in my eyes. So I'm so excited to get a third-party masterpiece version, and I will probably be buying almost every color that comes out, as long as it's a reasonable price, because this is right up my alley.
200 probably.
I wouldn't mind paying 200 for about 3 or 4 different Tidal Waves. Give me the Energon repaint. Give me the US repaint. I might skip out on the Japanese repaint if they're doing the US one, just because I have no connection to that. But it looks amazing, so I'll be eating my words in 6 months.
I think I'll pick it up just for the fact that I have the Megatron, and we'll be picking up the Galvatron. And that's
what
about
color
it.
will you go with? Are you going to go with the the US toy colors, or the animation Japanese colors?
Whichever one comes out first. I'm easy with this one. I don't really love the character like that. It's really just to have it on the shelf and to complete that sync with Megatron. So I don't have the connection to Tidal Wave, and actually I've been watching the show and he's terrible. The character
I don't remember him in the show, and that's not why I love him. I had the toy.
I have the toy.
It was, well, again, this was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So when you're a kid and you have this fleet of boats that your mini cons could go onto, and it has a ramp it was the best thing in the world. And I cannot wait to get this. He's been one of my. I've been wanting Hasbro to make one for a long time, but I think yes, and I think Fans Hobby's going to do a much better version, probably for cheaper too.
In comparison, for what you get, bang for your buck. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
I agree.
Moving on to this, we've got the. I don't remember which one this is, but this is the Knight Optimus Prime, and this is a 4th-party version that is a Nemesis Prime. So this is just announced. I think it's a redo or KO of the Unique Toys version, and this actually looks very nice. You know what I say about Nemesis Primes. They never have enough teal. Yeah. And this one has enough teal. But the sword's not red. Strike. First strike. Second strike is the price. So the third strike is it looks like it would be an absolute nightmare to transform, and I don't know about the quality because it's a knockoff.
I'm totally out on this. I don't like the aesthetics of it. I just have no connection. I do see a lot of teal, so as soon as this popped up, that's the first thing I thought is either James is going to jump all over this, or there's going to be some excuse of why he's not getting it. And James, I think you're making excuses because this is the teal you've been asking for since I've known you.
You are correct, but it doesn't have the sword I've been asking for. He needs a red or pink sword like Scourge. Point blank, period. Especially if he didn't come with the sword and he just came with the gun, everything would be forgiven. But since he comes with the sword, it's painted wrong.
Really? Mister, I can just repaint it.
I am not paying $100 to repaint a figure. I will pay the
figure. You're painting the sword.
I will not pay $100 to paint anything on that figure. Better come perfect. I am a snob. Put some on. Stickers are a different story, but paint, But we'll see. Maybe it'll go on clearance, and I'll pick it up. So.
Dang, clearance? I mean, could we at least, pick it up on sale? You're talking about clearance. That's a long time from now.
Oh, well, I'll wait for the 50% off sale. So next we have Fans Alliance MP Roller. And I think it's coming out in 2 colors. So this first color is like the silver roller, and it has a red chest, and it looks really nice. The prototype's off to the side. So it's not that big of a figure, so I don't know exactly what size this is supposed to be, because I think it's smaller than the real MP roller. Excuse me, bigger than the real MP roller when it's transformed. So I don't quite know what it's going for, but it looks like they're going to be releasing the blue version first, because they already have what looks like painted samples ready to go. So are you going to be getting this?
I think so. I really like those colors. I really like the way it looks, and I always wanted Roller to transform as a kid.
Yeah.
When I got my first Optimus Prime at, I'm not going to say how old I was, but when I got my first Optimus Prime, I was a kid, and I wanted Roller to transform, and so this looks great, and the bot mode looks amazing. So I'm really excited about this.
I actually really like this as well. I like the weird obscure character, so I do like this. Don't like that color scheme. It's boring. So I will not be getting this color, but give me a Nemesis version and we'll talk.
I mean, it's possible.
It's very possible. Or give me a Toxitron one. That's like purple and like neon orange and neon green. Oh, that's the one. I'd pick that up without even thinking about it.
I know you would. I would actually do a Shattered Glass version as well. I would. I mean, depending on the quality.
What color would Shattered Glass Roller be?
Like a purple and black, or?
No, that's boring. It would have to be like a something weird. Like it'd have to reference something.
I would do like just purple and some black. That'd be good for me.
No, that's boring. It would have to be like
you want
Beast Wars Megatron colors or something.
You want like fuchsia and lime green and
fuchsia and lime green. That's perfect. No, honestly, I was thinking about pink and red to reference Scourge's sword, like we were just talking about. I think that would be pretty cool to have Roller be that, but
no,
it'd look horrible, but it'd be a cool reference.
We agree there. It would look horrible. We definitely agree there. But I'll probably pick this up in both colors.
Yes, I'm sure.
Depending on the price.
And the silver one, I have to say, looks better than this color, in my opinion. So.
Oh, no. I can't say that. They both look good, though.
They do. So let's talk about what's incoming and that you could pick up soon. The first thing, these are out in Hong Kong, but I put them in incoming because I think it's still a ways off for us US fans. And this is Earthspark's Waves 2, Thrash, and Megatron. Now, we talked about these a while ago. I think we both liked how Thrash looked. And I will probably be picking him up. I still like how he looks. He's unique. I like the body shape, how thin he is. So I probably will be picking that up. The Megatron, I'm not picking that up, even though the weapon looks pretty cool.
I do not think I will be picking up either one of these. And that facial expression that Thrash has is throwing me. It looks like he's in that position. He looks like, oh my God, what am I about to do?
Yeah, no, I get you, but it's only like $14.99, so I'm like, that's good enough, And I can always just repaint it a little here and there, slap a Decepticon label on it, and call him another Decepticon, which is honestly probably what I would do.
But you won't repaint a sword, okay?
No, it's principles, Bobby. It's principles.
Okay.
These KO companies need to cater to me, not the other way around. So, next up we have Fans Hobby Brawn. And I really wanted to show off that back because that transformation looks fun. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but did I say Fans Hobby Braun? Iron Factory Braun, excuse me.
Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
sorry about that. Iron Factory Braun. But that doesn't change it. I think that back looks very fun to transform. I don't know what about it. The ball joints and the hinges and how the wheels pop up. I would love to transform this, but it is legend scale, and I am out.
I like this. And I'm usually not an Iron Factory guy, so this actually looks really good for Braun. I mean, Braun is chunky and bulky, and you know, even in this mode, it actually looks pretty good.
Yep.
I will not be picking this up unless it's on sale or clearance or something like that. But I do like it, and I would like to know how, you know, some of our fans think about this character, if they're picking it up, or, you know, Iron Factory collectors out there, you know, please let us know how this is, because I do like this. This would probably be my first Iron Factory figure if I did pick it up.
Yes, I think it does look really good. I do think that drill in the front of the vehicle mode, though, looks a little unfinished. I think it should be silver, not black. But that's nitpicking at that point.
You can repaint it.
Third-party figure. So next is I think this is a reissue of Stack by X-Transbots. So if you need it, it should be coming out soon. Once again, I got my Magnus, and it does not have any armor on it, and I'm very happy. So if you guys need it, get it. Bobby, I would recommend you don't get it, so you don't get a disassembled one, and then you get another part that's disassembled when you get the replacement part. So I'd recommend you stay away. It's right there.
Literally, they send me this flap right here is supposed to bend. Right there. It's supposed to bend. Right? See a flap? And this one has no flap. QC issues that I'm haunted by. But yes, I do have this one and the toy version, and they're both working fine now, but clearly I'd had a couple of issues.
Yes. So next we have the Magic Square Light of Victory Optimus Prime, and this is the without trailer version. So this is going to be coming out soon. This is their Legends class version. It almost got me for a second because it looks almost near identical to the Masterpiece version. So if y'all still need a Legends Optimus Prime, go ahead and pick them up.
I totally agree. It looks great. Just, I'm not a Legends collector.
Oh, okay, Bobby. But if this has a transformation like the Masterpiece one, it's pretty cool. So I'd recommend getting it for you Legends collectors out there, including Bobby. Next, we have a bunch of fourth-party G1 KOs. Where are these coming out of all of a sudden? It's like, boom, they're all out there. So we've got Bruticus, Frenzy, and Laserbeak.
Rumble.
No. Rumble and Ravage, as well as Hound and Mirage. So we're not going to get into which one's blue and which one's red, because we could go on for days about that. Like we have. So if y'all need some G1 KOs, go get them. Are you going to pick any of these up, Bobby?
Yeah. I actually have the Mirage and the Bruticus on pre-order.
You're not getting that Hound?
I'm on the fence with the Hound. I should get it. I really, since that was my very first Transformer.
I was going to say I'd pick it up just for that packaging alone. Versus the new packaging looks great, don't get me wrong, but this packaging is just so iconic.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Okay, I'll be all right.
Have you gotten any of these so far?
What's that?
Have you gotten any of these so far, like actually in hand?
So the first one will be here. Well, I actually had the Defensor, which will be here tomorrow, and so that'll be the first one that comes in.
Well, you'll have to update us on the quality.
Yes,
because I'm very interested to see how these are going to come out.
Yeah, and yeah, so I will be getting. I already have the tapes, so I don't need another set of tapes.
Makes sense. So let's move on to what you can get right now in some stores. So the first one, these I was debating whether to put these in announced or released, but since they found them in Targets, I thought this would be the better place. I also chose the back of the boxes because I think this shows off the figure the best. The fronts did not look so hot. But yeah, they look okay. The Mirage looks fine. If it's like
Wheeljack is what you're looking for.
I didn't even get there yet. So first let me say, if the Mirage is like $6.99, I will pick it up to repaint it because I think that does look pretty cute. It looks cool. And I cannot get over this Wheeljack. It is so good looking. This is going to be center of my collection. I cannot wait. And if you guys can't tell, that was sarcasm. It's weird looking, and I don't understand why they have to make 6 of every character from the movie instead of just 1 or 2. So, and that Rhinox looks like it was trudging through like the Sahara with how its legs are tan and the body's brown. I don't get it. Or it just came out of the bath, but it only washed its legs. Like it's I don't know what's going on, but I think they'd be great for kids.
So the alt mode on the Wheeljack looks like it came from a Cars movie. Like the 2 slits look like eyes, and like at the bottom, like in this picture in particular,
me get it.
I'm telling you, it looks
just
like
draw some pupils on it, and bam.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, it looks like a Cars character or something like that. So, I actually thought you would have liked the Rhinox looking thing, and I mean, especially turns into a Gatling gun.
I would just get the weaponizer if I wanted that. But the weaponizers ain't worth $8.99.
Yeah, and is that coming out of its butt?
How else is a Gatling gun supposed to come out of a Rhino?
Okay, yeah, that's like
they right going there. Hasbro's going there.
That's right up your alley, you know. I mean, it's definitely chemical warfare that we're
So let's move on to new for you again. I put this in specifically for you. We've got the New Age Battle Damaged Grimlock. It's now in stock. It goes with the Starscream you have. It's a perfect desk spot. I think you need to go pick this up.
So I'm going to be picky. I do like the colors a lot, but I would want that on the inside of the legs. I would want that covered up. So that's going to be why I'm out on this. Plus, I'm not a Legends collector.
You lost me. Got me in the first half, not going to lie. So the next thing is Mastermind Creations Voltius, which is the reissue of their Blast Off. We've already talked about this. This looks really good. I would highly recommend you get this if you need it. I'm still holding on to the thread that we're going to get a Ruination out of these guys, whether it's an exclusive set or whatnot, because that's what I want. I don't need another Bruticus, but I desperately need a Ruination.
Get it in the G2 colors.
That's not Ruination.
It's still a repaint.
But I want Ruination. I want the character of Ruination.
Oh, okay. Well, it's ruining your collection for not having this in there, because even though I have the G2 version, it's great. I like it a lot. And I thought about picking this one up as well, but I have the Zeta version, so...
Yeah, no, it was tempting me at TFCon, but then I'm like, ooh, $600, that could go a long way. So, I got other things.
3 or 4 of your tidal waves.
Exactly. I need those tidal waves. I'm going to figure out how to combine them all, just to spite you. are you going to be picking up these fourth party Dinobot KOs?
I will not, because I have the Dinobots. So
okay, well, and these are the last things that you could literally pick up right now.
I would if I didn't have them, though.
Yeah, I'm still worried about the quality of these KOs. Like, I want them, but one, I'm not going to spend the money on them because I've got other things to buy that are strange and weirder. So I will definitely be out on these. But I'm really curious to know why all these G1 KOs are just coming out all of a sudden. Like, was Hasbro going to release these and somebody got a hold of the molds when they threw them away and now they're making KOs out of it? That's, my conspiracy wired brain goes that way. Or are people just like, oh, let's just make some because the movie's coming out? Like, I'm really curious to know the rationale behind these things.
Well, for me, being that I lost my whole collection from childhood, I don't want to pay what people are charging for them now. And I actually was looking for a Metroplex right after TFCon, and it was $400. Box was terrible, stickers were terribly applied, it was yellowing. I just said, I just can't do it. I love the character and I would love to have it, but I don't want to spend $400 on it. So that's the reason I have been collecting the KOs, is because I initially paid for the originals, and when I lost all my things, it was like stab in the heart. Now I have a chance to go ahead and collect those things again.
Yeah. And I people will talk about the ethics of KOs, but these things haven't been in production for a long time.
Right.
You can't just go out to Walmart and pick it up. The only one that's a little iffy is that Hound, just because Walmart's going to be having that. So,
well, it wouldn't be the first time that I mean, I don't know how many versions of I have it of this guy. I have,
yeah.
Every release of Starscream I've picked up, so it wouldn't be the first time that I've had multiples of the same figure. So I think I will probably, right after we end this, be placing the order for that Hound.
Well, let's hurry up and get you to go to that. Let's get that wallet ripped out of your pocket and the money burning. So we want to thank you guys for watching this video. As always, thank you for clicking on it, and we will see you guys very soon.
Yes, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. We really appreciate you. And as always, till all debates are won.
Bye-bye. Okay.